Hi everybody, welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. My name is Diane and I'm taping this on January 28th, 2016. This is episode 81. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It sort of accidentally took an extra week or so off. Certainly wasn't taking it off here with all of the busy things that have been happening. But anyway, it happened. So I'm glad to be back with you all. You can see, if you saw on Instagram, I'm sure, and then you can definitely see behind me, I have a new shelf sort of added on top there. My shelves down here were getting quite crowded and had layers of things that were behind all of this, and I pulled everything out and reorganized and reallocated space, and I'm so much happier with it. I feel like I can see everything that I own. I know what I own. Everything is in Ravelry. So yeah, so it's really good. I'm really excited with how it looks. It's definitely a lot of yarn, right? It's a lot of yarn. One thing that you may or may not notice is this bottom, this row right here is all of my fiber. And it's in these little bins. Fiber stashed in cubes for some reason is just less pretty to look at than yarn to me. So I felt like I wanted to put my fiber in the bins just to keep it under wraps. So still struggling a little bit with my lighting. I mean, you can see it's almost like blowing me out. The sun is so bright right here in the window. So this side is great. I still feel like I'm in the shadow here. So maybe one day I'll get fancy and get a light. Anyway, okay, announcements. Rainbow Along begins February 1st. It's coming up on Monday. So as of February 1st, you can start binding off those rainbow whips and get them posted in the thread. I am going to put a finished objects post in the Suburban Stitcher Ravelry group, which is on Ravelry, of course. You must be a member to be eligible for prizes for this knit along. And this is going to be one of those where just everything you finish, if it meets all the requirements, 50 grams or more, and, not finished any earlier than February 1st, 2016, and finished no later than February 29th, 2016, then it is eligible to win. So just every time you finish something, create a new post. There will be a no chatter thread, any chatter, all of that stuff, just keep it going in the chatter thread that's existing right now on Ravelry. So that just makes it so much easier for me to keep track of prizes. I do want to list our sponsors for this knit along. I have a few kind of half and half, some things that are pattern giveaways. I can't show you the pattern, of course, but some of them I have here. So I have this basket full of prizes for this knit along, which is exciting. Okay, so I have Bags by Awesome Granny. She has donated a bag from her shop, and that will get mailed to you directly so that you can choose something that you want. I have all of the details of this listed in the Ravelry thread that says Rainbow Along Chatter. Bluegrass Bags and More. So this was a new to me vendor. She sent me a bag, and so I'll show you the one that she sent me. It is this cute drawstring bag with these rainbow colored sheep right here, and the lining is rainbow stripes. It is reversible so that you can have the rainbow on the outside or the sheep on the outside. I love it like this with the little rainbow top kind of sticking out. She does have these little clips on the side, and then if you reverse it, there's a clip on the inside there as well. So that's really nice. And then she also includes this this bottom so that you can stick it either way you use that, and then it sort of helps it to stand up nicely. There's also a coordinating, and will be in the prize, a coordinating little notions pouch that is reversible and super cute. So super, super cute. And that's Bluegrass Bags and More on Etsy. Let's see if I can show you that. Okay, so that is one of our prizes. The well, this one is mine. The winner of the cowl, and I have the little cardboard thing sticking in here. I don't want to lose it. But this one looks like, from what I can see, let's see if y'all can see that. There's like rainbow and clouds and hearts and all sorts of things. So very rainbow along. Okay, so that's Bluegrass Bags and More. We have a prize from Joji Locatelli. She has donated a copy of her Authentic collection, brand new Authentic collection, which is an amazing prize. Thank you so much, Joji, for contacting me. Super, super, super sweet. Thank you so much. And I loved your Instagram post. That was so sweet that you were watching. And the story about your, I don't know how to say it. Is it Jujui? You can correct me. I don't know, but that's how I would say it. Maybe Jujui shawl, and that you thought of it as your Diane shawl. I just love that because honestly, when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's mauve and gray. It looked like a Diane shawl to me. I was instantly drawn to it. So that's really special that, that it was that for you as well. So anyway, that was sweet. And if you don't know the shawl that we're talking about, I'll try to link it in the show notes. But okay, so that is the Authentic collection from Joji Locatelli. That will go to one winner. Lydia Brown, who is half of the Fiber by Design and O Loops duo. Lydia has donated a pattern collection. It's, I forget the exact name. It's in the show notes, or excuse me, it's in the Ravelry thread, but it is a shawl collection, kind of great women. And so she has, or a heroine collection or something to that effect, but it's I think 5 items. So she's donated that giveaway. Desert Vista Dye Works has donated a skein of yarn of the winner's choice. Java Pearl Designs has donated 5 copies of her sock pattern that is rainbow, I can't remember the name, but it's linked. These are my abridged notes, can you tell? One Geek to Craft Them All has donated a set of stitch markers that are rainbow themed, and the sweet, sweet Marcia has put these out of here. So she sent me 2, and I don't know that I can choose. She said one is for me to keep, and one, I just got this locked on here. One is for me to keep, and one is, okay, well that's not gonna, there we go. Okay, so one of these sets is for me to keep, and one is for the giveaway. And I may just let the winner choose. So this one, they each have one of those long rainbow ones. And then this one has like a large rainbow bead of each color with a clear one on the top and the bottom. And then this one has a clear large bead with the rainbow bead on the top and the bottom. So one of those is a giveaway and one is for me to keep. So thank you so much, Marcia. I can't even decide. They're both so beautiful. So like I said, I may let the winner choose. That is something you could win. Studio in the Green, Michelle has donated a bag. And let me show you that. It is, sorry, I feel like I have so many things here. So many prizes. I opened it up because I had to look at it. So it will not be in the original pretty wrapping that she does. But this is, I'll pop this out so you can see. This is one of her sock sacks. And it's got these purple little rain clouds that are sort of raining down, rainbow rain. And then there's the coordinating rainbow colored raindrops. And I love it. Super, super cute. So that is for a winner. Someone will win that. And the oh, no, 2 more items. Unwind Yarn Company, Dana from Unwind Yarn Company has donated a skein on her Lush sock base. and a picture of it is in the show notes. I want to say it's called Light Bright, but it's beautiful, like pinks and blacks and purples and just really bright, fun colors. And Witch Candy Yarn has donated a skein of yarn. So this is sort of a rainbow speckled colorway. And let's see what the colorway is called, Sugar Skulls. And it's on an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon base. So that is that yarn. As I said, all of the prizes are listed in the first thread, so go check them out. And please go over to those vendor shops. I have them all linked. Go show them some love. They just took the time to donate something, and, you know, instead of being able to sell it, they're donating it as a prize to you, and that's always so generous. As a business owner, I know that you choose to do that, and you kind of take that risk, you know, hoping for, you know, new people to be exposed to your shop. So please, I would love it if you would take the time to go check out all of their shops, and if you purchased something, please let them know that you found them via the Suburban Stitcher podcast, because then they will want to donate things again. So, the last little announcement, oh my gosh, we're 11 minutes in. Okay, sorry. The last announcement is, and you may have noticed, just depending on where you watch me, that Suburban Stitcher has a new look, a new facelift, if you will. And by that I mean all of my logos, website, media, headers, everything kind of on Ravelry, Etsy, Facebook, which it's on my personal Facebook page, but it's not, I don't have a Suburban Stitcher Facebook page, Twitter, and then the blog. The blog is the big thing. The blog is also the reason that I did not podcast in the last week and a half. It was giving me fits and starts last week. As with any big rollover, switching domains, conversion, anything like that, it is scary, but exciting, and not everything goes perfectly 100% to plan usually, and that's just part of the process. It's working through all of the things, and that is of course what happened. So last Saturday I had a kind of an Alexander day, as I would say, a no good, horrible, very bad day, because I was just a ball of nerves about the things that weren't going right. But of course now it is Thursday and everything is working, and it was working, you know, mostly by Monday. So I would love it if you would go over there and take a look. There are lots of things that are still in progress, but some things that I'm very excited about. I basically have control of my own website now, so all of the things that I've wanted to do, like be able to link to the Ravelry group and my Ravelry page and the shop and all of these things, and it just looks pretty, and I feel like it looks like me. So it's mauve and gray and white. It is like that beautiful shawl that Hohi designed, so that I can't say the name of. I wish I knew how to say it. I need to look that up. So anyway, so that is new, and I hope you like it. Like I said, it feels a little more like Diane to me. So, all right, finished objects. I finished, I feel like just barely in the nick of time, my January socks for the Desert Vista Dye Works knit-along. The pattern that I used is called Porthos, and there you can see it. Okay, so it is a sort of a basket weave ribbed pattern, and when you're doing the pattern, it creates these little squiggles. I'm almost positive that it was a free pattern, so I don't think I'd be giving anything away, but it's really easy. You just have to think about it a little bit, and I don't like to think about socks. I think I've determined that. I just don't like to think about socks. I just want to knit, and especially stripy socks, because that's interesting enough. That's the beauty, right? So there are two. They are fairly evenly matched. The heels, you can see, are a little bit different there. But overall, their look is very, very, very close. Same exact kind of starting place, but for some reason the heel, you know, half around can make a world of difference on that little bitty part on a heel. But I'm very pleased with them. They fit. I haven't washed them yet. They felt a little tiny bit short, which is perfect because once they're washed, they give a little bit and they'll be perfect. I'm very happy with my Kitchener-ing. I feel like my Kitchener-ing toes is getting much better because I Kitchener so many heels on afterthought heels, so I have really good practice doing that, I guess. I had a lot of people ask me how I got that little, like that little last little stitch that sort of tends to be really loose and weird. I thought about it when I was Kitchenering that second toe, and I think what I do that kind of helps keep it not weird, because I'm looking at both of these and neither side looks, I can't really tell actually which was the end side. I guess it would have been this one, and no, it doesn't look weird, so as soon as I finish Kitchenering and my, you know, tapestry needle is still hanging there and the thread is kind of hanging to the outside, I put my hand on the inside of the sock so that my hand is sort of in the, let me do this. So you've got your needle sort of hanging out to the outside. And I put my hand in like this, and I will stick the, right kind of in this spot right there, that little, I don't know, kind of in the middle, right, sort of very close to where the needle came out for that, or it was sticking out for the last stitch. I stick that needle right kind of in that same spot and pull it in and sort of snug up that last stitch, and that helps to pull that last stitch close in to the sock. And then while I'm still holding the needle, I flip the sock inside out and weave in my end right away so that it doesn't have time to try to do something else. I'm just handling it right there. That's how I tend to do with all of my socks. I weave my ends in right away. It doesn't bother me, and especially one like this where there's only two ends. That's so funny because I always marvel at, you know, I know some people don't weave them in right away, and they will have like a bin of socks, like 10 pairs that they have to weave in the ends, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's such a chore. If you just did it, you know, the 2 or 3 or on afterthought heels, there's 9. And I do them right away, and it's not that big of a deal. So anyway, yep, there you can see lots of texture in this sock. So those are done. I have not decided which Desert Vista Dye Works pair will be next, but I will show you that my Desert Vista Dye Works cube is that one right there. So I've got lots to choose from. I only have 2, I think, that have a lot of pink in them, and I'm going to have to remedy that this year because I love my pink. Pink and purple. I need some more pink and purple Desert Vista Dye Works. So I'm going to have to pick something else. Maybe I'll do the St. Patrick's Day ones. Okay, so the other finished object that I finished was, I don't have a picture. Maybe, I have a picture. I don't have it with me, and I've already mailed it. It is a gift for my niece. Yeah, let's see. So it is a bright pink worsted weight hat with a pom-pom, neon highlighter pink, and it really is that bright. Y'all saw it last time. I started making it for me, and then I thought, I don't really need a neon pink hat. So I called my sister. My niece is 5, almost 6, and it will be perfect for her. So that is off. I mailed it today, along with the last 2 or 3 kind of straggling prizes that I hadn't gotten mailed out for various knit-alongs and prize giveaways and things. So if you are still waiting on a prize for me, it very well could have just gotten mailed today. A couple of them are grievously late. So I hope that you can forgive me. Hopefully the fact that it's a free prize that you didn't have to do anything for will make up for the fact that it's potentially quite late. So Thank you for that. Thank you for your patience. And those of you that know that are customers of mine know that that never happens when you purchase something from me. But when I'm forced to go because it's overseas or quite heavy to the post office to mail something, it just takes a little bit longer. Anyway, so those are my finished objects. Works in progress. I have several. Okay, so the first thing I have is I didn't finish, this is not finished objects. I pulled back out my Kama Sutra socks. So I haven't done much really since you saw these because I've been working on the other pair, but I think I have about 8 stripes left before I get to the cuff on this one. So the first one is done, minus the heel. And the second one is getting really close. And it will get its heels after February 1st because these will count for the rainbow along. I am carrying this around in my llama bag by Studio in the green using my 2.25 signature needles and keeping them when this has not left the house, so it's just sitting like this on a table. But when it does, I have actually have 2 of them. I'll show you another one in a minute. These are little DPN holder protectors from Studio in the Green. And I purchased one and she sent me one because she's a sweet friend. So thank you, Michelle. I love it. I love this one too. I think this is the one that you sent me that I didn't purchase, and I was so excited because I wanted it anyway. I couldn't decide. So, and if you need a product like this, these are quite handy for DPNs, particularly signatures that are very sharp and dangerous. I have been working on, okay, so I started a hat called Ba Cool. It is one of the 2 hats in the Authentic Collection by Joji Locatelli, and I started it. See, you can't see, maybe a little bit right there. I did the cast on in 2 rounds and then decided that I cannot magic loop a hat. It's not going to happen. So I have to go get a shorter cable needle to be able to work on that hat. And yeah, so I've got to get that before I can continue working on it. But I just love the way that little pom-pom is going to look on there. It makes me so excited. It's going to be great. So that is sort of a project that after 2 rows is already in timeout for a little bit, but just because I don't have the right needle. My next project is a rainbow along project. I started the rose water shawl. Ooh, that's going to show through. Let's not show the pattern if we can. Oh, that's just still going to want to. Let's try this. Okay, that's a little better. So that is the shawl. And it's got this gorgeous garter top with this very airy lace bottom. You can see some of the close-up detail right there. I, of course, was drawn to it because it's a beautiful rose color, but also because I love a good classic garter shawl with a lace edging. I mean, who doesn't, right? So I am knitting this out of Lucky Leprechaun in the gray color. This is by Lone Star Arts. This was one of our sponsor dyers for the Rainbow Along. And this was 100% merino base, 438 yards. So here it is all caked up. And I believe that the pre-orders for this are already done and that it's unfortunately no longer available. But those of y'all that got some, I hope you're loving it. Sort of a purpley gray, I think, which is great with me. And I wish I could, there we go. So like the rainbow speckles you can see running through there. And so here it is so far. I love it. Very rainbowy. I just can't tell how much y'all can see. Maybe that's a little better. There we go. So I'm loving this so far. I worked on it, I guess I started it last Saturday. On my Alexander Day, I needed some rainbows. So I started this, and I haven't really worked on it since then. Again, trying to finish the socks. But now that it's done, I will get to concentrate on this a little more. And this is in a Annie. My kids are homesick, and I'm just hearing them screaming back there, so they're probably getting better. This is in a little skein bag, which is an Alice in Wonderland. I just love it because I love all things Alice in Wonderland. Oh. Another project that I worked on, and I cast this on before I went on a camping trip a couple of weekends ago. I put a vote out on Instagram to try and figure out, what should I do? And the overwhelming majority of you voted for, this is Spun Right Round, and I think this is her old label. She doesn't do labels like this anymore. So that kind of tells you it's good to use some stash that has been hanging around for a little while. Prism Escape colorway. It's an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Here this is in the cake, and it's interesting because it did not read overall to me in the skein that it was going to be very turquoisey blue. Oh my gosh, this is what happens when you take things camping. There's a stick. This is why I don't camp. I am not a camper. Diane is not a camper. So it's very like mermaidy, turquoisey to me, and I didn't get that impression from the skein, but this is my other little protector from Studio in the Green. And so here's the sock. And it's very mermaidy. Can you see that? I love it. I'm calling it my mermaid rainbow because it just looks like it belongs in The Little Mermaid. It's very tealy, turquoisey, beautiful. I cast on top down. I cast on for 72 stitches, and it sort of pooled a little bit in the cuff. Can you see that? Which I don't mind at all. But I did 72 stitches for the cuff, and then I decreased down to 64, and the sock itself is 64. I've done my Fish Lips Kiss heel. I put this in my notes on the pattern, but I believe that I did 18 rounds of ribbing, and then I think I did 70 rows before I started the Fish Lips Kiss heel, something like that. And I am onto the foot. So, haven't worked on this in a week or so. Again, I was trying to finish the sock. I was practicing monogamy, and it's very hard for me in knitting. Well, it's not hard in life. It's hard for me in knitting. But I really, really needed to finish that sock. It was making me so nervous to be this close to the deadline. So, this will be nice to work on. Wear the rainbow along as well. And it is in one of my most favorite and coveted and out of print, as far as I know, fabrics. My Awesome Affirmations bags with my little orchid liner. This one is a special one for me. So that's kind of all the works in progress that I have been working on this week. I pulled this out today because I will work on these next month as well. I will try to finish up my grandpa socks, of course, for the rainbow along. It just needs one other sock, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, other crafting. I've been cross-stitching, and I love it. I love cross-stitching. It's my first love. I don't do it a lot because it's just hard. With everything else going on, and it's not as portable. But this is hanging out in a bag that my mom made for me, that we've sort of been working on. And I've sold a few in the shop just as we make some different prototypes and things. But it is a zippered bag. It has that coordinating yellow little lining with the zipper right there. But it holds my Q-snap for my cross stitching in here like this and protects it. So it's perfect. I love it. And then I have the my other threads and things that I'm using just kind of down in there. I used to be all fancy and sort all that, and then I realized after stitching for so many years that all of that organization is just kind of crazy, and it kinks up the yarn, and I just pull what I need and go with it. I don't do all the wrapping and no. So here is what I've done so far. This, there's linen. You get these weird slubs. But this is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery 2016 sort of monthly knit along. I don't know if you can really tell what's going on here. It is hard to tell. But there is a little girl in a pink Vespa. There's her, part of her hair, and that's her face, and she's sitting right there. This is going to be like the water or a ship or something right here. But she's in London. I do know that because I think there's a double-decker bus that's coming up soon, and then a Big Ben. So this is going well. I'm stitching this on 28 count hand-dyed, is it Cashel, I believe? Hand-dyed Cashel linen that was dyed by Picture This Plus. The colorway is Ale, which is the colorway that they called for in their pattern. And I will link their their shop on the show notes. So the January portion came out on January 15th, and then the February portion comes out February 1st. So this week, since my knitting obligations, quote unquote, for the month are done, I will probably be working on this in the evenings quite a bit to try and catch up. It also came, like the middle portion was released of this pattern as well in this month, and I will just kind of take all year to work on that, just as I get ahead. But I really want to finish. I don't want to get behind with the monthly designs because then I'll never catch up. If I get too behind, then I'll never get back to it. I just know myself. So that is other crafting. And then hello lovelies. I mentioned that I got my Studio in the Green DPN protectors, which I am enjoying. I purchased, and I would just want to take a moment and everybody just think and appreciate how the restraint that I have used. I have only made one purchase of yarn in 2016. I purchased from Hedgehog Fibers in an update that they had several weeks ago, probably the first week of the year. I think I purchased this like the 4th or 5th of January. But I purchased one skein because I love this color. I want it in all the things. It's like the perfect, it just looks like Diane in a skein to me. This is on the sock base. The colorway is called Film Noir, and I have it on the skinny singles, and now I have it in the sock because I will have socks with this for sure. But Film Noir is the colorway. And so this is that one that kind of has a mauvey gray background with blacks and pinks and some sort of orangey golds. It's just beautiful. So I got one skein of that, and I got 2 skeins of Teacup on the sock base as well, sock yarn. Which, if you watch Stephen West, his video, he's like, just cross out sock on the skein of yarn and write shawl, and then you can use it to knit a shawl. So I bought 2 because I thought it would make a beautiful shawl. I was very, very enabled by Kate of the she's Hello Knitty Kate, and she is Stitch Addiction podcast. I was very enabled by her two skein beautiful teacup shawl that she made last year, and I would like one of my own. I think that would be lovely. I also picked up, because gold shiny bag, hello, this cute little Hedgehog Fibers gold notions pouch, and it came with some stitch markers. So, yep. I just thought it was too cute, and who doesn't want shiny gold notion pouch? I mean, come on. So now I can use it because I've showed you. So that is what I purchased for yarn. All of 2016. I'm being so good. And it has a lot to do with being able to see what I have, because I can see it, and I can go shop in my own yarn, and I'm finding beautiful things, and it's fun. The last little purchase that I made, and this was, I needed some new, I needed a color to go with for my cross stitching, and I placed an order for that said floss from one of my favorite needlework stores ever that I've been to is Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you can't just buy one thing of floss. I mean, that's like going somewhere and buying one stitch marker and then shipping it to yourself. So I have this little series of charts that I've eyed for quite a while. It's by a company called Country Cottage Needleworks, and I have made this right here. That may be by them. It's either by her or her mother. I can't remember. But they're very sweet, sort of colonial, but like girly colonial little houses and different things. And so this is a series called The Gingerbread Village. And it's sort of like, it's like a big, I think there's 9 different charts. And it's like in a big like 3x3 cube. And so each chart sort of fills in a different part of the design, and it's a mystery. You don't know what all of them are going to look like. But so I got the first 3 that are out, and I put myself on an auto ship for the remainders. But so this is a peppermint tree and girl, and gingerbread girl. So that's that one. It's one little part. And there's the little, it's a button, little gingerbread that will get stitched on. This one is the gingerbread train. This is definitely one of those things that when you kind of have to see it all together, because individually you're kind of like, oh, okay. But when you see them all together, you just can't even stand the cuteness. And then this is the first gingerbread house that's on there, which is super cute. And I love the green and red shingles. I just love them. And then this one has the little peppermint button. And so the price, like you can see, the prices are different, and that's because it includes the chart and the button for that little segment. I love their designs. Nikki is the designer behind this Country Cottage Needleworks, and she's amazingly talented. And her mother, who is also a cross-stitch designer, is amazingly talented. And then I got the threads for that. And I will be using fabric from my cross-stitch fabric stash, which, believe it or not, I actually have a huge cross-stitch fabric stash. And I know I have something that will work for that. Okay. Oh, my last little Hello Lovely. Sorry, I did need to say this, is the sweet Amanda from Lone Star Arts sent me these. I think these went out with all of the orders for those of y'all that had ordered the Rainbow Along yarn, and so she sent me one that is for this loop kind stitch marker, and this one has a lobster claw. So it's like a little needle minder, and it's the sweet, sweet little rainbows. So thank you, Amanda. I love those. Alrighty. So, shop news, the last little bit. I have an upcoming kit, actually two, but one that is a little, I can definitely talk about it. Can't quite show you anything yet, but I can give you some hints, I guess. I have an upcoming kit with the Prairie Girls. We are tentatively, and the name may stick because we kind of love it, or at least I kind of love it. I don't know if they do, but I just think it's like tongue-in-cheek, cute, and funny. We're calling it the Suburban Prairie Kit, which is sort of an oxymoron, and that's why I like it. The Suburban Prairie Kit, which I hope will be the first of many, but it has a skein of yarn dyed by Danny of One Twisted Tree. It has a bag made by me, Suburban Stitcher bag, and it's one of my mini drawstrings, so the cute little bitty sock-sized one. And it will have an exclusive brand, it's not exclusive, but a brand new, debuted for this kit, pattern designed by Susie White, Prairie Girl Susie. So I'm just over the moon excited about this. I've sort of seen all of the little pieces of it come together, and it's going to be amazing. I know that y'all will love it, just like we do. It will be for sale early March. So this is early. We're just telling you now, but you will love it, and it's coming soon. So I just want y'all to be on the lookout for that. And we're being a big tease right now, but more details are going to come out, and we're going to be showing you pictures, but I just want to kind of get it in your brains. Around spring break time, be looking for that. I also will have an upcoming kit with a new to me dyer. The kit will I don't want to say who it is with because the details are still being worked out, but that is something else that's up and coming, probably late February, early March. And then in between making all of these kits and bags and beautiful things, I will be working on another shop update for the shop. I hope to have that in the next couple of weeks. As I get closer and have more inventory and a date nailed down, I will let you know. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart so much. I never in my wildest dreams could have anticipated that Rainbow Along bag update would have sold out. And it did, and y'all are amazing. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say. Y'all are amazing. I think that is it. Whew. All right. Rainbow Along. Get ready. Get set. It starts in like 4 days. So I cannot wait to see all of your happy rainbow projects. Oh, no, that's what I need. I need to find a rainbowy skein for Desert Vista Dye Works. Oh, duh. For next month. Okay, that's really it. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.